Many articles, blogs, and commercials have focused on the benefits of having insurance. What's the downside, however, to going without it? There are devastating consequences for not maintaining coverage. This article details the potential pitfalls of going without, highlighting the need for protecting yourself and others on the road. It's also the right thing to do, and you'll be protecting passengers in the vehicles you own. Protect your risk. Like many other forms of insurance, you're guarding a risk. If nothing else, maintaining a policy helps provide you peace of mind knowing that if something does happen, you're covered. Often going without coverage means realizing the dangerous side of giving up that peace of mind, anxiety, nerves, and even financial consequences for not protecting your risks. The goal of having this protection is hoping that you'll never need it, but sleeping better because you know you have it. And of course, it's the law in almost every state. Maintaining your policy also protects you against other uninsured motorists. If you're involved in an accident, even if it's not your fault, if the other driver is underinsured or uninsured, you won't suffer as much financially, as long as you've maintained coverage for that yourself. There are many different bodily injury options, and you should always exceed the state minimum requirements if possible. Avoid penalties and charges. Going without auto insurance in many states comes with a heavy penalty or even charges if you're caught. All those months or years of saving on premiums will not make up the financial responsibility of being discovered without it. Sometimes, uninsured motorists will flee the scene after an accident due to fear of being caught, forgetting that they have now placed themselves in a potential felony offense situation with a hit-and-run scenario, hit and run. Of course, additional charges could be levied such as a DUI. Taking this into consideration, it's easy to see that the reasonable cost of premiums is much less than the potential charges, fines, and time wasted for handling issues as a result of not maintaining a policy. And it's easy to purchase a policy online from reputable websites. Of course, we provide free quotes and there is no obligation to compare different options from major carriers such as Progressive, Geico, Allstate and others. Maintaining coverage is required, and each state may have different mandates about the levels, amount, and type necessary. Ensure that each time you move, update your address and obtain a new quote, if necessary. Often, your rates may reduce, depending upon the state that you are moving to. States such as Maine, Idaho, Ohio and Vermont usually have the lowest rates. Losing the right to drive. Those caught driving without protection can face major consequences. Beyond the high penalties in some states, authorities may also restrict your driving. Driving without insurance can even result in a lost auto registration. In the short term, it might appear tempting to save the money spent on premiums and run the risks. But don't take the risk. It's not worth it, and if you do have an accident while you are uninsured, you'll pay a lot of money for a long time. As demonstrated above, however, the costs of going without could be extremely detrimental if you're caught. Car insurance is necessary for protecting you and others on the road. The peace of mind and protection provided will ultimately make you safer and will be there for you if you need it. Of course, hopefully, you will not have to utilize your contract. And if that happens, you'll be rewarded with loyalty and no-claim discounts. Going uncovered will catch up with you in the long run. If you go without coverage, whether purposely or not, this could be detrimental when you finally do apply for a policy again. Carriers are hesitant about people who let their insurance lapse, making the argument that these policyholders are generally associated with a higher risk. Going without coverage in the short term to save some money can have negative effects in the form of higher premiums the next time you apply. And the higher premiums you pay will not be minor increases. It's very possible that your rate could double. Edward Harris has been an Ohio broker since 1980. His website OhioCarInsuranceRates.com is the top consumer vehicle resource in the Buckeye State. Share this video and subscribe for more interesting auto insurance tips.